Here in Douglas County, we have over 60,000 students, making us the third largest county in the state and 59th in the country. With all these students, there's a need for buses. Not just a couple of buses, an armada of buses is needed to transport these students around. However, since 2016, there's been a nationwide need for bus drivers to events, whether that be to sports or even to a simple class field trip. Fortunately, we have had an increase of drivers over the past couple of years.
You know, you're absolutely right. We have 13,000 public school districts in America. And I would say a majority of those school districts, especially the largest school districts, are experiencing a very real shortage of drivers. And I would attribute it mainly, it's a supply and demand situation. We just don't have the number of drivers who have that CDL certification.
The supply and demand Dr. Tucker is talking about is coming from the surrounding districts. And it's not like they're making much money from these buses either. Richard Crosgrove is the Director Chief Operations at DCSD, and he did have something to say about the price of running buses.
There is revenue that's essential in the transportation budget that is generated from the fees. And it's basically the ridership fees, and our accounting system is Z-Pass. So there's fees that do not cover costs, but they're essential to enable us to provide the key services. So these costs will cover a portion of the gas and the hours, but they do not cover the maintenance. So no, it's not a profit and it's not break even, but it is essential to our operations.
There is, however, a solution to the problem at hand, and it's a very simple answer. The district needs people to apply for a bus driver position, as Dr. Tucker has explained.
We're working hard. We've made some inroads. Our communications department, under the leadership of Mrs. Rader, they're doing a solid job of recruiting and putting out information on our social media sites, letting our community members know that we're looking for drivers. But one of the things that I certainly want to talk about, we're in competition for against all the school districts on the Front Range. When we raise our salary 50 cents, our neighboring districts, some of them anyway, I won't name them, will raise their salaries $1. And so we're not only want to offer competitive salary in terms of some of the things we're doing, we want to make sure our transportation department is the best working environment of any transportation department in the state. So we're adding some incentive programs. We're doing quite a bit of team building as well. Those are some of the things. And then, of course, as I said, we're doing our best to advertise and get the word out that we're now offering a very competitive wage in our fine school district. And we also have PD. Our folks are offered certain benefits that may or may not be offered in other districts. They're off during the summer. They're off during the weekend, and then there are split shifts on their routes. They can either drive the day shift or the afternoon shift, and in between that time they could engage in some hobby or maybe take on another job or project in between those two shifts.